numericals. Mathematically we analyze. Now we will solve some problems, some numericals based on this relationship. So consider a single phase 220 kV line. The length of the line is 220 kV. 220 kV is the voltage and 200 km is the our transmission network. Transmission line 200 km, and the resistance per kilometer is 0.031 ohms, and the reactance per kilometer is, that is R plus X, that gives you a impedance. So here resistance is given 0.031 ohm, the reactance per kilometer is 0.32 ohm. Find the sending end voltage with load. Here we need to find Vs with the load of 500 megawatt with power factor 0.85. So two steps, one is with accurate value, and next thing is approximate value. So like this he has given. So first thing we have to write what is the given. Given is ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ first. Given is 220 kV, the voltage, and base, take it as ನೀವು per unit convert ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ has taken 100 MVA. So 100 MVA 220 kV line. Okay, and the voltage is a 220 kV. Z, as I told, Z is equal to R plus JX. R is 0.031, X is 0.32. So just add these two things. Okay, that is for per kilometer. So if you want to calculate I, use V by Z, not V by R. Okay, so calculate that. And he has given PF, that is cos phi. He has given cos phi. So cos phi value is 0.85. You have to calculate phi value and later sin phi value, because we need reactive power, right? So cos phi value. So he has given cos phi value. The cos phi is 0.85. Phi is good cos inverse of 0.85. That value is 31.79 degree. And take sin phi, sin of this angle, because we need for reactive power. What is reactive power? Vi sin phi. Real power is Vi cos phi. Reactive power is Vi sin phi, right? So take sin phi, sin of 31.79 degree, we will get 0.5268. Substitute here Vi sin phi. Q is equal to Vi sin phi, 3.09 per unit. So real power, he has given 500 megawatt. So convert that into per unit. So we are taking 100 as a base value. So 500 divided by 100, you will get 5 per unit. That is real power. P 5 per unit, Q 3.09 per unit. That's it. Now consider impedance, base impedance. So base impedance, kV square by kW, kV square by MVA. Okay, so kV is 220, MVA is 100. That is our, we have chosen. It's not given, we have chosen that value for calculating the per unit value. Okay, so 220 square divided by 100, that gives you 484 ohms. So for length 200 kilometer, we are interested to calculate for 200 kilometer. He has given for per kilometer. Look at here, resistance per kilometer, reactance per kilometer. We need to calculate for length for 200 kilometer. So multiply these two with 200, or multiply finally Z with 200. You can choose anyway. So 0.031 into 200, 6.2 ohm. X reactance is 0.32 into 200, 64 ohm. Okay, so if you just convert that into per unit value, if you want to convert that into per unit value, just divide this value with this base value. Calculating real value divided by base value gives you the per unit value. So real value divided by base value gives you the per unit value. Resistance, similarly reactance also, 64 divided by 484 gives you the 0.132 per unit. So this is for V 220 kV. That is, now consider 220 kV as your 1 per unit, right? This is for 1 per unit. So remember these things. this one, and this one, or XP. So we have calculated one equation in the dependency of voltage. While calculating the dependency of voltage, we found one equation, that is E square is equals to V plus Rp by V plus Xq by V whole square plus Xp by V minus Rq by V whole square. V minus delta V. Delta V is equals to E minus V. Delta V is equals to E minus V. Same formula. We have derived this formula by using this equation only. Right? E square is equals to V plus Rp by V plus Xq by V whole square plus Xp by V minus Rq by V whole square. So don't forget this step. Don't forget this step. Now instead of calculating per kilometer, instead of calculating for 200 kilometer, if you just substitute that for per kilometer, your answer will be completely wrong. Okay, 0.031 into 200, 0.0332 into 200, 6.2 ohms, 64 ohms. Convert that value into per unit values. Use these values here, R, X, okay, and use P and Q. Here we have P 5 and Q is 3.09. Don't forget to convert that into per unit values. If you don't, you can also solve the problem using same real values, but your answer will be wrong. You can solve, but your answer will be wrong, because here the data is given for different units. When the data is given for different units, you have to calculate, you have to bring all those units into one value, one unit. That unit is our per unit, PU. Right? So V is 1 plus R. What is R value? R value is 0.01281. And P is our 5. And divided by V. Denominator is same. Okay. So don't go for taking LCM. If you even though take the LCM of same value, the value will be only 1. So that value is our 1 per unit. Similarly here also XP RQ. And anyway the voltage is 1. Now given voltage ne normal unit base value anta tagondirodrinda ingenu change agalla. Okay. So XP, X ಯಾವುದು ಇರೋದೇ value ಇಲ್ಲಿ? X is 0.132. P is 5 per unit. So calculate ಮಾಡಿ simplify ಮಾಡಿರೋದು equation. Okay. So whole square. Rp by V plus Xq by V whole square. X is our 0.132. Q is our 3.09 whole square. So this is the one thing. So plus Xp by V minus Rq by V. So here plus Xq by V minus Rq by V whole square. So solve this one, you will get 1.4736. Solve this, you will get 0.623. So plus total value E square is 2.557. So E is our 1.6 per unit. He asked to calculate sending end voltage. Sending end voltage is our E, receiving end voltage is our V. Terminal only. Okay. So this is for accurate. Here accurate value. So with the resistance neglected. So if you are interested to calculate the same by neglecting the resistance. So if you neglect the resistance, then the whole will be neglected. All this content. V plus Xq by V whole square plus this will be neglected minus Rq by V whole square. So minus into minus square whole square will be plus. So straight away. So not sorry. So here R is neglected, right? Resistance is neglected. So Xp by V whole square. Xp by V whole square. So substitute the value, you will get 1.575 per unit. So with resistance 1.6 per unit, with neglecting the resistance 1.5 per unit. So the change in error, the error value is called as, if you just compare if you just consider the resistance value, one value, and without considering the resistance value, one value. So the difference between these two values will give you the error value. That error value will be 1.6 minus 1.5575 divided by 1.6. So percentage multiply 2.68. ಅರ್ಥಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿತೌಟ್ ನೀವೇನೋ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ whole procedure. So first consider E is equals to x cube by B plus two values we can find. One is accurate value, one is approximate value. Stuck ಆಯ್ತಿದು. So if you consider, if you want to calculate the same thing for approximate value, so consider these two equations. E is equals to x cube by B plus V. So substitute value, x is, V is 1, x is 0.322, Q is 3.987. So these are the values in per unit. Okay, don't take the real values. So these are our per unit values. That's why the unit is not written, or else you can write it as a PU. You have to write it as PU. Okay. So the error value. So if you consider with approximate value and error value, so error value will be given by 11.9. So in the previously, sorry, it is not 11.9. I think it's 1.9. You know, mistake agide. Istond barala idu. Okay. Take care of these things. Print mistake, return mistake. It's not print mistake, writing mistake. 11.9 ಬರಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, 1.9 ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ 1.6 minus 1.4 divided by 1.6 into 100. So that value will be, so this error value and this error value. So if sending end voltage is specified, so ಏನಾದರೂ ನೀವು ಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸೊ V is equals to root of, ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, here we are interested to calculate the receiving end voltage. So if he has given sending end voltage, so you can use this formula, E minus x cube by V whole square plus Px by E whole square. Instead of V, you can use V. So when you are calculating E, use V here, and if you are interested to calculate V, use E here. So if Px is very much less than compared to E minus Qx, then straight away V is equals to square root of E minus Qx by E whole square. Then this square and root will be get cancelled. So you will get V is equals to E by E minus Qx by E. So E is 1.4096. So that's our error value E. So 1.4096. So not error value, sending end voltage value. Sending end voltage value E 1.4096. Q is 0.322 per unit. X is 3.098. E is 1.4096 per unit. So if you calculate that, you will get the receiving end voltage when we are given sending end voltage. This is in per unit, not in voltage. So if you want to convert that, multiply with 220, you will get real value. Okay. That's all about the first problem. He has given the R and X. You have to calculate Z, R plus JX. Calculate the current value I if it is required. Okay. Power factor is given cos phi. Take the phi value and convert that into reactive power, that is sin phi. Vi sin phi. So P is given, Q is given. Use the formulas. So the next thing is at 3-phase 11 kV bus bar, the 3-phase 11 kV bus, a load drawing Z, R plus JX. This is R, this is X, and the 11 kV bus is supplied from a radial line. The total. So this is a kind of a distribution system. We have different distribution system. So in that, radial type of distribution system is one among them. The total system reactance is 0.5 ohms per phase. So this is for 3-phase system. He has given for total system reactance for 0.5 ohm per phase. Calculate receiving current, regulation. So regulation is your change in voltage from no load to full load. That is R. Sending end voltage, receiving end voltage, short circuit capacity of the system. So first and foremost thing, we have to calculate real power and reactive power. So for that, he has given the load is drawing 2 plus J1 mega MVA. So this is our complex power S. So this is our X. X is equals to P plus J cube. So P plus J cube. So P is our 2 unit, 2 per unit, and Q is our 1 per unit. Okay, 2 unit, 1 unit. So V is we are taking the base value as 1. So for 11 kV, 1 MeV. So phi is our if you want to calculate a phi. So how to calculate phi? So take this. So just divide equation 1 and 2. Divide P and Q. So VI get cancelled. Cos phi by sin phi, tan phi. Or else you can take sin phi by cos phi, tan. So 1 by 2. So instead of P by Q, you can also take Q by P. So we get cot birthday. Instead of cot, you can get tan. Same. Both are same. So phi is equals to tan inverse of 0.5 or cot inverse of 2. So we get same value, 26.56. So Z. So how to calculate the Z value? That is by load base, normal load base. Load base will be given by kV square by MVA. So kV is 11, MVA is taken as 1 base value. So 1. So we get 121 ohm. So cos phi, cos of phi, 26.565. Again, if you want, you can calculate sin phi also. Sin of. Okay. So X. How to calculate X? X is our reactance. System reactance. So system reactance is 0.5 ohms per phase. But here we need to convert that into per unit value. 0.5 divided by 121. We will get 0.00413. Load current, base current. So if you want to calculate the load current, use this equation. I, P is equals to VI cos phi. VI cos phi is equals to 2 per unit. So I is equals to 2 divided by V into cos phi. Use this equation. So I is equals to 2 divided by V cos phi. 2 divided by V cos phi. Cos phi is given 8.99. So this is our IL. And similarly, if you want to calculate the base current will be given by MVA base divided by VLL. So since we are using 3-phase circuit, take root 3. Take root 3. So MVA base, that is 1 megawatt MVA, and root 3 V line to line. Here we are interested to take V line to line. So take 11 kV. He has given 11 kV. Right? So 1 MVA divided by root 3 into 11 kV. So here this get cancelled. 10 raised to 3 will be there. So 1 into 10 raised to 3 or 1000 divided by 11 root 3. So 1000 divided by 11 into root 3, you will get 52.486 ampere. So total load current. So what he has asked, receiving end current. Sorry, receiving end current is nothing but the current that is entering into our load. So receiving end current, total current. So given by, add these two values. So base value IB plus the actual value IL. You will get 117.359. So 2.236 into 52.486. You will get 117.359. And next he has asked you to calculate regulation. Regulation. If you want to calculate the regulation, so not regulation, right? Second regulation. Okay, so E square. So we know the equation. E square is equals to V plus X cube by V whole square plus XP by V whole square by neglecting the resistance. By neglecting the resistance, because he has told to assume system is lossless. So I am now solving sending end voltage. Sending end voltage I am solving. So assume system is lossless. So when the system is lossless, neglect the resistance value. So by neglecting the resistance value, this is the equation V plus X cube by V plus XP by V whole square. Substitute the value of X Q, XP. So anyhow we have taken V is equals to 1 as our base value. 1 MVA. So by substituting this, you will get 1.00413 whole square plus, so this one value plus this value 0.00413 into 2 whole square. You will get same 826 whole square. So final thing is 1p, nearest to 1p. So E square. So E is our 1.004 per unit. So convert the, if you want to convert the per unit value into normal value, multiply with the real value. So 11 kV line. So 1.045 kV. So this is our, what is that? Sending end voltage. The actual line is 11 kV voltage line, but the voltage sending is 11.045 kV. Right? And next thing is we have to calculate regulation. So what is meant by regulation? Change in voltage from no load to full load, or change in voltage from receiving end to sending end voltage. That will give you the regulation concept. Anywhere, not only in power system network, even you can take in the machines or else transformers, anywhere. If you want to calculate the regulation, take the value of change in voltage from no load to full load, or change in voltage from sending end voltage to receiving end voltage. So receiving end voltage, sending end voltage divided by receiving end voltage into 100 percentage regulation. So 0.41% is our regulation of our system line. Okay, and next thing is told to calculate short circuit capacity. So what happens to our circuit when it is short circuited? How best it is give the supply when it is short circuited? That will be given by receiving end voltage 11 kV whole square divided by 0.5. So this 0.5 is our system reactance. System reactance. Since it is a three-phase network, divided by root 3 value, 11 by root 3 whole square divided by reactance. So this is for per phase. 80.67 MV per phase. For 3 phase, multiply by 3, you will get 242 MVA. So with considering E, this is without E. So if you want to consider with respect to receiving end voltage, this is with respect to sending end voltage. SSC. Okay. Short circuit capacity of the system. Short circuit capacity of the system with E and without E. With E and without E. Who is presenting instead of me? What's happening here? Okay. So different two different types of problems that I have explained. So actually, like this problem are many times asked in your examination. He will give one complex network and he will tell to calculate some ratios. So we will solve. We will explain this. We will solve this kind of problem. Okay. So 2 to 3 times in your papers, these kind of problems they ask. So be conscious, be attentive. Okay. So 3 generating stations are connected. So what are the 3 generating stations? Are connected to a common bus bar X. Okay. So this is one generating station, and this is one more generating station, and this is one more type of generating station. For a particular system load, the line voltage at the bus bar falls by 2 kV. So for the particular system load, the line voltage at a bus bar falls by 2 kV. At particular X bar, it is followed by 2 kV. Calculate the reactive power injection required to bring back the voltage to be the original value. So if you want to bring the reactive power, so here what happens? It is fell down by 2 kV. So it is fell down by 2 kV line, 2 kV voltage. So after falling by 2 kV, what would be the change in the reactive power is there now? So we have to inject that reactive power. We have to inject this reactive power which is lost by the fall of 2 kV line. 2 kV line voltage drop ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆದಾಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪವರ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪವರ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. All the PU values are in 500 MVA base. So you have to calculate, you have to choose the value of 500 MVA. So the given network is, he has given 3 bus bars C, X, A. So each bus bar, the value of voltage is given by CBA, A, B, C. These are the 3 bus bars. Generating stations. So at bus A 275 kV, at bus B 275 kV, at bus C 132 kV. He has given the impedance values. So 50 ohm resistance, so reactance, 50 ohm reactance, 50 ohm reactance. So these are our transformers. So transformers with the ratios of, with the values of 0.1 per unit, the rating. Whether maybe it is given in MVA or KVA, don't bother about that. He has directly given, that's why he has directly given in per unit value. So 0.1 per unit. So this is also 0.1 per unit. Now we have to calculate base value for 2. Base value of 2 in the 132 kV line circuit. So how to calculate the base value? So we have one, repeatedly we are using same formula. KV square divided by MVA. Simple. KV square divided by MVA. KV at bus C, at bus 2. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Any 1, 2, 3. Any you can, your wish. Okay. You can calculate. You can name anything depending upon your requirement. So at C, the base value of Z, is given by KV square divided by MVA. So KV square is 132 kV. 132 kV square. MVA, he has given that take the value of base 500 MVA. If it is not given, take it as 100. 100, if you take 100, it will be easy to calculate. 1 more value. Here 5 values. So 132 square divided by 500, we will get 34.848. This is our Z value. Repeatedly solve ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, load impedance. Total load impedance that is connected to our C 132 kV bus bar. Similarly, the line reactance ZL. The line reactance ZL will be given by 50 divided by 34.8. 50 divided by 34.848. So that is our 1.4348. Here, one advantage is he has given same line reactance in all the buses, 50 ohm, 50 ohm, 50 ohm. If he is not same value, again you have to same do the procedure like this. If we, for time being now just consider this is 40, this is 30, this is 50, 30, 40, 50. Now I have calculated for 50. Again calculate the same for 40 and 30. 40 divided by 34.848, 30 divided by 34.848. आइता that is for calculation of line reactance ZL. Now use single phase equivalent circuit. So this is our complex network. Convert that into single phase equivalent circuit. So E, sending end power E, sending end voltage E will be there, base value will be there, load will be there. So normal consider the sending end voltage is 1 per unit. So these are our lines, bus bars. So 50 ohm. So 50 ohm is calculated as 1.4348. So this is 0.1 pu. So for C network, so C gain and connect ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So consider B gain and connect ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, C gain connect ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, A gain and connect ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ. So for A B C or A B C ಯಾವ ತರ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So this is our A. A ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. So write it as it is. ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್, ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. Come for B. So come for C. Come for C. So okay B. So B ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ, ಒಂದು B ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. So write it is ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್, ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. Now come for C. So C ಏನಿದೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಲೈನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. So only write line reactance. This is very important. ನೀವು ಇದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಂದ ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಎಂ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್. Okay, these are connected in parallel. So parallel connect adage namdu formula in equivalent circuit the formula ಏನು, 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So similarly here also 1 by X equivalent is equals to 1 by this equivalent, 1 plus 1.4348 plus 0.1, 1.5348. Here are also 1.5348. Here only 1.4348. Okay. Equation solve ಮಾಡಿ, you will get X equivalent is equals to 0.5 per unit. So for the system short circuit current, so if you are going to consider for the short circuit current, so that will be given by E divided by X equivalent. So that's why we have calculated X equivalent. So E is given as 1 per unit. So X equivalent is 0.5. So total short circuit current is 2 per unit. So for base current IB, so base current IB, so IB value he has given MVA. IB is a 500 divided by, and your first and foremost thing ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಬಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ. Either you are calculating for 132 kV bus or 275 kV bus, or one more thing, you are calculating at bus A, bus B or bus C. So that you have to first determine. ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ 132 kV ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. Similarly you can calculate for 275 kV also. Okay, so ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 132 kV ಗೆ ಬಸ್ ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೇಮ್ 132 kV ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ in order to calculate the bus current. Okay, so short circuit current that will be given by 2 into base current. So real value will be equals to 2 into the actual value. So that will be given by 4373 ampere. So dou Q by dou V, change in reactive power by change in the voltage. He has given that 2 kV voltage is dropped there. So when the 2 kV voltage is dropped, how much amount of reactive power you have to inject? So that actually we are interested to calculate. So for that you have to calculate first change in reactive power for change in voltage. So change in reactive power for change in voltage. So that will be given by dou Q by dou V is equals to √3 ISC. This is standard formula. Dou Q by dou V is equals to √3 ISC. √3 is there. ISC is 4373. 7574.2 VAR by V. So if you want to calculate that for MVAR or kVAR, according to that, do mathematical adjustments. So 7.575 kVAR or MVAR. So for voltage drop of 2 kV, the reactive power injected is given by, this is for per kV voltage drop. 7.574 MVAR is for single kV. So if you want to calculate for 2 kV, just multiply by. You will get 15.148 MVAR. That is for 2 kV voltage drop in any bus. He has not mentioned at which bus, right? Okay. He has not mentioned at which bus bar. And one more thing, how we can manipulate this. Twist the question particular agi yav bus bar alle drop agide antanu kelbodu. So now particular agi yav bus bar anta kelidage ade bus bar ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಅವನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಎ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. at 275 kV sorry at 275 kV bus bar 2 kV is voltage drop ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು 275 ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅದೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಸೇಮ್ 275 kV ನೇ ಬೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಬೇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ Z. Don't get confused. So this is how we need to calculate the reactive power injected. So total system ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 kV voltage drop ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ 15.48 MVAR reactive power ನಾವು ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಕೊನೆ. Okay, so similarly one more same problem. This is one more type. Time ratios ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು. 11 kV generated supply, a load of 100 megawatt at 0.92 lag. So it is connected to the load through. So 11 bar 132 kV. So 11 bar 132 kV ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? 11 is primary, 132 is secondary. It is stepping up from 11 kV to 132 kV. Line at 132 kV transformer with the impedance of 20.J60. 20 is our R, J60 is our X. And a step down transformer of 11 bar 132 kV. Both the transformers are equipped with the taps. So this problem is based upon our method use ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, reactive power improve ಮಾಡೋದು by using booster transformers or phase shifting transformers. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. So TR is equals to 1. I hope you people are remember ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪವರ್ನ ಹೌ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ TR is equals to 1. So here what we are asked to calculate, determine the tap setting. We have to calculate TS. We need to maintain receiving end voltage at 11 kV. So base take it as 11 kV and 100 MVA. 100 megawatt ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 100 MVA ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. So V1 is equals to V2 is equals to 11 kV. So that is for 1 per unit. And here is given that load is 100 megawatt. So for 100 megawatt 0.92 lag. So 0.92 lag for 100 megawatt 0.92 lag. So lag ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನಾವು? So VI cos phi. So VI cos phi is equals to 100 megawatt. So VI cos phi is equals to 100 megawatt. Cos phi is 0.92. So what is VI? VI is given by 100 divided by 0.92. 100 divided by 0.92 is our 0.108. 108. So VI sin phi. So similarly calculate. This is for cos phi. Bring out phi. So phi is equals to cos inverse of 0.92 sin phi. Sin and phi. So that sin phi and multiply with VI. So VI sin phi will be your 42.6. So this is our reactive power. and he has given real power, nothing but load. He has given load, so load is nothing but our real power. So 100. So 100 plus 42.6. So that will be given your total load. Total load. So 100 plus 42.6 MVA. So again for base. So this is for base value. Convert that into per unit value. You will get 1 plus 0.426 per unit. So for the load balance, so for the load impedance will be given by kV square divided by MVA. So kV square, so kV 132, MVA is 100, kV square divided by 100, 174.24. So total load ZL will be given by, he has given impedance 20.J6, 20.J60, and that is our load ZL. So convert that into per unit value. So how to convert this into per unit value? Just remember 20 divided by 174.24, 60 divided by 174.24. So that's why we have calculated load impedance value. So final equation in order to calculate the time setting. So time setting equation is V2 square minus TS square. This formula you have to remember in order to calculate the time setting. There is no other way. You have to remember V2 square minus TS square V1 V2 plus RP plus X cube TS square. V is 1, TS that we are calculated, that we have to calculate time setting. V1 is 1, V2 is 1, RP. So R is given, what is the R? That is 20. R is 20. So convert that 20 into base value. That is 0.1148. P is given 100, that is 1. And X is given, what is that X? Here 0.344. Q is that we are calculated here 42.6. That is 42.6 is 0.426. Converting this real value into base value 42.6, that is given by 0.426 into TS value. Substitute all those things, get the value. TS is equals to 1.116 set value. TS is equals to 1 by TR. So this is our, what is asked? Tap setting. Tap setting we need to maintain at receiving end voltage. So if he same asked to calculate for time setting for sending end voltage, take TS only. So just sending end voltage tap setting ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ TS find ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, receiving end tap setting ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ TR find. Okay, I have solved 4 different types of numericals. So in that only normally they will ask in our examinations. So normally repeated agide nanu ಕಾಣಿಸಿರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ old question paper search ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ this is looks like important. That's all.